Minority Caucus of Nigeria's lower legislative chamber has picked holes in President Muhammadu Buhari's address to the United Nations General Assembly. Unga, remember that the President Muhammadu Buhari was at the United Nations meeting about a few days ago, and he made a lot of revelation about has been going on in the country, both those that were truth and lies and all put together. And now the House of Rep have decided to sit concerning his speech at the United Nations General Assembly. And, they had to make some corrections about what the president said. But, the House of Rep cannot all come together and to, agree to talk about what the president said. Rather, it will be a minority group. And that is exactly what it is right now, because the minority group has decided to call again, his attention to some of the things he said while he was at the United Nations General Assembly. And, there were a lot of things the president said that Nigerians were not really very comfortable about. There were not really, a lot of people were not comfortable about some of the things the president said. But let us see what the House of Rep has to say about all of this, and what the minority group is talking about the speech of the president. If some of the lies, the truth, and all put together that actually made up that very speech on that fateful day. Well, I'll bring you more details, but please stay tuned. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell so that you can get updated anytime we drop a new video. All right, dear friends, without further ado, let us get right into the details of this report. Buhari's United Nations General Assembly speech, tissues of lies, reps minority. The Minority Caucus of Nigeria's lower legislative chamber has picked holes in President Muhammadu Buhari's address to the United Nations General Assembly. Unga, the opposition lawmakers, in a statement on Saturday, which was signed by Honorable Ndidi Elumelu and sent to our reporters, lamented that Buhari's address was laced with lies, and issues presented were in disagreement with the ugly reality of the failures of his administration. The caucus said Nigeria's economic, security, and social ruins under Buhari's watch were obvious. Our caucus holds that President Buhari's speech is a great disservice to our nation by not presenting the true picture of affairs in our country. The human rights violation, corruption, and incompetence in his administration, the excruciating hardship, escalated insecurity, national divisiveness, and infrastructural decay under his watch, thereby blocking avenues for desired intervention in our various ailing sectors. The Minority Caucus alarmed President Buhari's report to Unga that terrorists have been so weakened in Nigeria that they are now preying on soft targets, when in reality insurgents have become so emboldened under his watch that they are now attacking military formations, kidnapping and killing our gallant officers, while overrunning communities and murdering our citizens without restraint. The lawmakers noted that the speech wasn't a reflection of kidnapping and banditry in Nigeria, adding that they were saddened over the misrepresentation. The statement added the speech did not reflect on the closure of schools and crippling of education in many parts of the country, where normal life has been destroyed by terrorists. Neither did it show any empathy towards the victims of terrorism attacks. Our caucus is worried that in reflecting on violent conflict, Mr. President's address conveyed no personal commitment that can guarantee an end to poor and undemocratic governance, human rights abuses, poverty, ignorance, injustice, and inequalities that are prevalent under his watch, even after identifying such as the causes of conflict. Also, the Minority Caucus is shocked by the claims in Mr. President's speech that his administration built isolation centers and emergency hospital wards all over the country in record time, in the first in the fight against COVID-19, a claim that is in conflict with the infrastructural reality in the country. Moreover, our caucus is worried about Mr. President's speech. His speech did not portray any decisive roadmap towards economic recovery and food security, had no personal commitment to end corruption in his administration, had no personal commitment to end borrowing or show a clear-cut plan to repay the huge debts being accumulated by his administration. The speech also lacked definite personal commitments awards towards credible electoral process, especially as the nation approaches 2023 general election. The minority caucus, after due consideration, urges President Buhari to always cross-check the content given to him by his handlers so as to ensure that his position, especially on the world stage, captures the reality as well as aspiration prevalent in the country. The caucus fears that the nation might lose the needed intervention since President Buhari didn't open up on his incapacitation on myriad of challenges confronting the citizens of the country. And indeed, that is exactly what the House of Reps is about. A lot of lies contained in Buhari's speech, and that did not speak well because even if Nigeria is going to get help, it is in that meeting that there will be, where help can come from. But when he's trying to cover up all of the lies, trying to cover up everything in any way that he would have gotten help, trying to make it look like there's nothing wrong, the country is in a perfect and in good condition. There's nothing like insecurity. Some of the insecurity issues have been taken care of, that the military are on their toes and ensuring that kidnappers are being arrested and killed. So many lies that Nigerians actually know that this is not the real situation of things. And the truth is, people are being kidnapped on a daily basis and every day. Now, the minority caucus have decided to make the president explain or say some of the things he said wrong. And of course, I think it is important to note in the House of Rep, because the country is still being faced with heavy insecurity. So there's nothing like the president going ahead to cover up all of this. We don't need cover up. We need to open up so that we can get help. So definitely, I think they should really look into this, forgetting whether it was brought up by the minority or not. There are things that are very important to everybody, and they should begin to understand that this is not about minority. This is about what concerns everyone in the country. So, guys, that is it. Thank you for staying tuned. Please drop a comment, give this video a thumbs up, and also share this video. Do have a pleasant time. Bye for now.